I first of all don't understand this when a lot of people they say that I joined spirituality. ऐसा
Yeah.
कुछ नहीं होता है. Every individual is spiritual by birth. By default, we are spiritual beings.
Raj Yogi Brahmakumar Nikunji, a dynamic young leader of the Brahmakumaris, is devoted to self and world transformation through a life of sacrifice, penance, and selfless service.
When life is unfair, which it can be at times, could be your karma, could be, like you said, if what you sow is what you reap. Do you think let it just go is something that you believe in, or do you think there's another solution to how you look at that?
It's as simple as it sounds. The only thing is that one should be aware about it कि मुझे कब कहाँ से detach होना और कहाँ attach होना. Where we get puzzled is when situation demands that we should be detached, we get more attached.
The line between love and pleasure is almost blurred. Love is, in my opinion, service.
Love without control, living your life with someone you love the most but without controlling you, that is detachment. I feel that love can move mountains. ये मेरा मानना है, not just love but unconditional love.
So, Rajogi ji, in a world that's always rushing, how can someone start to learn to actually just be?
So it's the opposite of rushing. Pause. By taking a pause and just taking a deep breath and realize that we are not machines. That's the first step actually. That I am not a machine, I am a human, which there is a soul जिसको हम कहते हैं कि there is a soul within this body made up of 5 elements. So that pause is much needed today because for understanding who you are, you have to take a pause. If you keep on running from here and there, आपको टाइम नहीं मिलेगा ये समझने के लिए. So I think today everyone needs a pause, a deep breath, and also some time with yourself. That's the key.
Yeah, I think that's completely missing because the level of achievement that's being advertised to us is so high. Everybody has to achieve this much to be validated. आपकी थॉट्स क्या है उसके बारे में?
देखिए हर एक चाहता है कि मेरे को लोग पहचाने, वॉट एवर आई एम डूइंग इट शुड बी अप्रिशिएटेड. बट वॉट आई से इज whoever are watching or listening to us, do anything and everything first for yourself. पहले आप कोई भी चीज करते हैं, ask yourself, is it making me happy? अमूमन लोग क्या करते हैं, most of the people, majority, they want to impress someone.
Correct.
First impress yourself. If I am happy from within, I would be able to rub that happiness or spread that happiness to others. So first and foremost, satisfy yourself, impress yourself, then go out and look out for validation or whatever the word you use. पहले तो ऐसा कुछ था नहीं. If you look back 2 generations back, your दादाजी or your papa, वो लोगों ने ये सब नहीं सोचा. They believed in one thing, कर्म. We are a country wherein we were taught that कर्मण्यवाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन. कर्म कर तो, फल की चिंता मत कर. So our whole concept was that we have to keep on doing. The results would show. But today there is deep obsession for results even before starting to do anything.
Correct.
Even before I start to do anything, ऐसा होगा क्या, वैसा होगा, a lot of conjectures. क्या होगा, नहीं होगा. Then you look for someone else's experience. अरे बाबा मैं अलग हूँ, वो अलग है, ये अलग है, ये अलग है. First, I have to walk on that path. So we don't want to experience anything. Without taking any kind of experience, we just want to start planning about the results. That obsession is also killing the whole, that pleasure of that journey, which we call life.
Absolutely.
तो वो हो ही नहीं पा रहा. That's why today's generation, they don't have any kind of experience. They are just kind of mechanically living their life without any kind of experience, जिसको हम हिंदी में कहते हैं अनुभवी. तो अनुभव है ही नहीं किसी को. स्वानुभव जब तक आपको होगा नहीं, unless you fall down, how will you be able to know whether I am able to get up or no?
Also, I think the real pleasure lies in climbing the stairs. So if I need to reach the 12th floor, the pleasure is walking those 12 floors and then reaching and feeling elated. I have reached the 12th floor. I think what is happening, this is a very silly example, but I think what is happening is the conversation in today's day and age is instant gratification, instantly feeling happy. कोई ऐसी लिफ्ट होएगी जहाँ 12th फ्लोर पे हम डायरेक्ट पहुंच सकते हैं एंड आई बी सो हैप्पी बट व्हाट इज हैपनिंग इज यू आर रीचिंग द 12th फ्लोर लेट्स से इन ऑल द शॉर्टकट्स दैट आर अवेलेबल टुडे in all the instant gratification modules that are available for people, then there's disappointment. बिकॉज क्या लगता है लोगों को कि हम पहुंच के तो बहुत खुश हो जाएंगे, लेकिन खुशी तो वो जर्नी में थी, वो हार्डवर्क व्हेन यू डू ऑफ क्लाइंबिंग दोज 12 फ्लोर्स. Only the person who climbs those 12 floors will know the achievement when you reach 11th, 12th and you feel, wow, I actually made it. Right? Happiness, like you said, lies in the journey. But jo marketing of instant gratification that is happening around us, everybody thinks there should be some rope, there should be some lift, there should be some direct sky jumping and I reach the 12th floor and I'll be very happy just like everybody else is. But it doesn't happen. Like you very rightly said, वो एकदम से तो हो नहीं सकता without अनुभव, without experience. So tell me, in your journey, what has your experience been in reaching this point or this conclusion of that journey is everything?
I think the more you meet people, the more you learn from them. Today, what I see is that we are completely in love with machines more and less with humans. In my case, I have met almost millions of people, I would say. In last 35 years, I have traveled throughout the world. I have given talk at stadiums, thousands of people. So when you see people, people to people interaction, it's a different thing. Today it is more of person to machine. And today we are living in the age of AI. So more so our thinking also, it is now slowly. I'm quite concerned in 5 years, we won't be able to think naturally. सब कुछ AI को ही पूछेंगे.
Correct.
That is very important. In my life, I always see that my relationships with my gurus, my relationships with those who have, come to learn something from me, my relationship with my peers, my relationship with other saints and religious figures, I cherish on those relationships. So many things I have learned from every one of them. Not just by meeting them, but by observing them, by looking at them, by holding their hands, by, being blessed by them. All these things is, they are missing in today's generation's life.
Human connection.
है ही नहीं. And because of that, I feel the growth which is happening, it is more of a kind of artificial growth. They end up having kids, but now they are confused whether how would they be able to pass on those values to their kids which they have got from their parents. Majority of the parents, I do a lot of podcasts with on parenting, and I ask them one question: have you been able to pass those values which you got from your parents to your kids? 99% say no. Why? Because they say our children are not receptive. They don't want to take anything from us. Why? ऐसा तो कुछ है नहीं.
Over information in the world already.
Not really. That connect nahi hai.
I think it also depends on the intent. I think a lot of parents, like you said, they say that, oh, our kids don't listen, or the today's generation is not interested in values and old traditions and things like that. But I think somewhere the intent may be missing, because when you have an intent of something, you will make sure it happens. If my intent was to have you here today and have this conversation, it happened. If my intent was some spiritual leader will come on my show, let's see which one, maybe I would not be sitting here today, because the intent would not be clear. So I think intent is a very big thing. And if the intent is my child must learn these values from me, my child must follow these traditions, if that is the case, then you will make sure it happens.
So I always say young mothers that, you can't be a mother now today with your children. You have to, kind of discuss with them rather than ordering them. You can't command a child today. They won't listen. They are rebellious. So you have to kind of, put it that way, beta, मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है, तुमको कैसा लग रहा है? Then they would be receptive. ये जो हम कहते हैं बिफोर सोइंग एनी सीड वो धरती को रेडी करना पड़ता है, थोड़ा नरम करना पड़ता है मिट्टी को. अनलेस यू डू दिस विद टुडेज किड्स, वो नहीं सुनेंगे आपकी.
But I think that's because they are a generation of reasoning. So I have a 9-year-old, and for example, when I was 9, if my mom said it's time for bed, go to bed,
जी.
I would go to bed.
हाँ,
हम
हमारा जवाब
क्वेश्चन
था
नहीं
जी,
पूछते.
हाँ.
हाँ, हम कहते हैं yes mom and we would go to bed. Correct. But if today I tell my son go to bed, he'll say why, what happened? But I don't see that as a negative. If they need reasoning, it's good they're questioning it. So I'll say it's 9 o'clock. You have to wake up at 6 o'clock. You need 9 hours sleep. It's best if you get this sleep. Great. Then he will go to bed. So I don't see it as a negative. Why do you think it's a negative trait?
See, I don't see anything in negative or positive lens. When people come and share their issues with me, I always tell them that, समय के साथ चलना होता है. Usually what parents they do, if they are working, both husband and wife, they don't have time. Again, it's, time period. जब हम लोग थे तो our mothers were housewives, तो time था, तो लाड लड़ाना, जिद करना, it was all. But today's parents, they don't have time only. So they want, chalo, yes or no. Fatafat, don't waste my time. I have to, go for office. So that thing I think is missing. एक बच्चे का जो बचपन होता है ना, I feel very sorry for these kids. That बचपन is missing. मुझे वो I think it's a prerequisite. It is much needed that लाड लड़ाना, मम्मी के पास जिद करना, फिर गोद में चले जाना, फिर मम्मी ऐसा ऐसा करेगी, सिर पे ये करेगी, फिर ऐसा ऐसा करेगी. ये सब जरूरी है फॉर ए मदर एंड चाइल्ड कनेक्ट. इट इज़ वेरी मच नेसेसरी. आज नहीं है वो. टुडे अनफॉर्चुनेटली I had actually spoken on one platform. I was invited by government for a program, and a lot of ladies, they had tears in their eyes when I said that, if you have given birth to a child, the maid can't raise that child.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so give it a thought. If there has to be a mother to bring up her child and not maid, unfortunately today children are being brought up more by maids and not mother. तो उसके संस्कार आएंगे उसमें, आपके नहीं आएंगे. Think again. And that is why to all the young couples, think twice before having children, whether you would be able to pass on those values. Having a child means, bringing a new life. किसी की जीवन आपको संवारनी है.
Correct.
It's kind of designing someone's future. It's not a joke.
Yeah.
तो think again. Otherwise ये बेचारे यहाँ से वहाँ झूलते रहते, and then obviously they fall in bad company. फिर बहुत कुछ हो जाता है.
Correct. So there's a big part of spirituality or spiritual organizations where it comes to meditation. Everyone talks about meditation. Everyone talks about breathing. Everyone talks about sunlight. Everyone talks about inner peace. So I would like to ask you, does meditation really help with mental health, or is it just a man-made solution?
See, I mean, meditation is not a magic pill, as in, there is a larger picture to this. There are a lot of things, like a lot of people, they come to us that, मैं meditation कर लूँगा तो मेरा जो depression का ठीक हो जाएगा ना. ऐसे नहीं होता है. Meditation can help you open up. Meditation can help you, heal your wounds. But at the same time, so who are listening to us, you have to undergo your counseling sessions, you have to undergo your therapy sessions, and you also have to undergo your medication if at all you are suffering from any kind of mental ailments. But meditation for a long period of time would definitely help. But never ever rely completely कि one pill cures all the ailments. ऐसा नहीं है. It is a larger part of your consciousness, I would say, that it helps you in a lot of things, as in like a lot of people, they don't know themselves. So it helps you dive down within yourself.
Look inwards.
It opens up that door. And then slowly and gradually it helps you to swim with the flow. usually, I mean, most of the people they get drowned. समझ में नहीं आता है, प्रॉब्लम्स इतनी सारी हो जाती है, तो in these cases meditation can definitely help.
So a lot of people think that being spiritual is actually running away from your real life problems. How do you feel about it?
See, I first of all don't understand this when a lot of people they say that I joined spirituality. ऐसा
Yeah.
कुछ नहीं होता है, तुम join किया, join नहीं किया. For me, every individual is spiritual by birth. By default, we are spiritual beings. The difference is of awareness. Some are aware, some are not aware. So there's nothing like, running away from something. No, in fact, spirituality opens up a lot of doors for you. Spirituality, first of all, the biggest power which it gifts you is power to realize. जो बहुतों में नहीं है. The power to realize is the power which is much needed today. A lot of people, they don't realize मेरे अंदर क्या है, weaknesses, मेरे अंदर क्या विशेषता है. People don't know that. Spirituality helps that. जो धूल जमी हुई है surface पे, it helps you clean that. There is nothing like, running away from things. In fact, I would say that it helps you settle down. It kind of balances your life.
But I think the lines between genuine spirituality, as you described, and pseudo spirituality, which exists today in a very large way, that line is blurring to a great extent. So I'll give you an example. Now there are so many workshops, spiritual workshops. Come and lie down under the moon, for 1 hour, breathe, listen to this music, and your problems will vanish. But your problems can't vanish. If you are, let's say, you have a sour relationship at home with your husband, with your mother, with your father, you have a really bad work life, you are upset, you have gambled away too much money, whatever your problem may be, I'm giving like different varied examples. At the end, that 1 hour under the moon is not going to solve any of this. You will actually have to like you said, dive deep, find out why are you feeling this way, why have you had these actions, why have you had these reactions, why are you so sour in your relationships, why have you gone extreme in spending money or lost money or not in a good job, or why is your job not doing well. तो आपको इस बारे में सोचना पड़ेगा. 1 घंटा जाके मूनलाइट के नीचे लेटने से तो वो सारी प्रॉब्लम्स won't go away. So my point was that these lines are getting blurred. How do you define what is genuine spirituality?
See, I was asked by someone at a radio interview recently that there are a lot of people like what you have asked, and how do we understand who is real, who is not. So I said it's very simple. In school we had something like litmus paper test.
Yeah.
तो simple है. अच्छा कैसे? If anyone asks something from you, not real. The one who does not ask something from you is real. So, to put it simply, today I have come here, it's between you and me what is happening. I am not giving you anything, you are not taking anything from me. I am just talking to you. Maybe with this conversation, some people, they might be benefited.
Correct.
That is the intent. So, हम ये कहते हैं कि originally nobody can take credit of any kind of knowledge in this world कि ये मैंने दिया है. Anyone has got inspired by someone.
Correct.
They may have read someone, they
Yeah.
may have heard someone, किसी का शिष्य बने रहेंगे. तो तुम ओरिजिनल ओनर नहीं हो उसके.
I think वो कोई भी नहीं है.
Okay, right?
Yeah.
It means you don't possess that right to commercially sell it or take any kind of commercial benefits out of that ज्ञान. तो हम ये कहते हैं ज्ञान कभी भी ये जो है दिया जाता है और जो लेने वाला है वो भी अर्जित करता है. इसीलिए wherever we go, a lot of programs में people are like, there's a word, it's called चात्रक. ना they want to listen. हमारे अंदर कुछ आए. That relationship between a spiritual teacher and a disciple should be such that it should not have any kind of even an iota of that feeling of give and take. The teacher has to be in that feeling कि मेरे को भी किसी ने दिया तो मैं पास ऑन कर रहा हूँ.
Can't be transactional.
हाँ, और लेने वाले को भी ये नहीं समझना है कि भाई ये तो भगवान है, इनके पाँव में पड़ जाओ. इट्स काइंड ऑफ कैटलिस्ट.
Correct.
मुझे इनसे मिल रहा है.
Medium.
इट्स जस्ट लाइक ये दिस बल्ब इज ऑन बट अभी कहीं और से आ रहा है, सम कंपनी इज गिविंग, बट दैट कंपनी ऑल्सो कांट टेक क्रेडिट कि वो भी कहीं से जनरेट कर रही है. एट द एंड ऑफ इट यू वुड फाइंड दैट सम 5 एलिमेंट्स आर जनरेटिंग. कहीं सोलार से बन रहा है, कहीं विंड एनर्जी है, कहीं हाइडल पावर है, कहीं कोयला जला के हो रहा है. तो सोर्स जो है, जब सोर्स आपको सब कुछ फ्री दे रहा है, द ऑक्सीजन विच यू आर टेकिंग इट्स फ्री, सो यू कांट ट्रेड इट.
Correct. But nowadays it's all being traded.
So it's wrong.
Spirituality.
So then karma philosophy comes. What you sow is you would reap. तो इसीलिए there are miseries in the world. Because when man started feeling कि भाई मैं ही हूँ, मैं, so then nature takes its own course.
Correct.
There is a supreme power.
Yeah.
It also then does its own work in its own way. तो never ever feel कि भाई मैं ही हूँ, ऐसे नहीं हो सकता है. All of us are kind of passing something to someone.
Not only that, मैं ही हूँ means मैं also won't exist without air, food. There's so many factors. So मैं भी doesn't exist
Obviously.
without everything. It's a collective being, right? Like they say, the earth is collective being, or we are all part of one system. Ecosystem तो पूरा है. बिना उस पूरे system के none of us will exist. So tell me, what is the one learning that has been in your journey that you feel has completely changed how you think? एक आपकी जो main learning रही है आपकी journey में.
Love is the only thing which can solve the biggest of problems in this world. That's what I learned. I read so much. I have written over 9,000 columns in 4 languages. I have delivered so many talks, but yet I feel that love can move mountains. ये मेरा मानना, and not just love but unconditional love. Not give and take wala love, but unconditional love. If you give unconditionally, I feel that whatever the world is facing today, difficult to digest and difficult to accept, but it's my experience, so I can definitely say that I have seen in my own life that if I've given unconditionally, I have received in abundance. तो देना सीखना चाहिए. Today, the whole world, unfortunately, there are more takers and less givers. We need more and more givers. So that's why we say, देने वाला देवता है. तो देना सीखो, और वो भी unconditionally. And love, I think that today the meaning has become, very toxic. The love which we see is quite different than the love which is today. What we read, what we see, what people they come and share with us.
I think what is being projected, like you said, I don't think that's love. That's more of pleasure. So I think the line between love and pleasure is almost blurred. So when people say, I love ice cream, you can't love an ice cream. You can, that gives you maximum pleasure. But love is, in my opinion, service. And that is real pleasure. So when you love your child, there is nothing you expect in return. So let's say feeding my child lunch, I'm not waiting, he will feed me back. But when you finish that meal, you're so happy he's eaten well.
So that is what love is.
Unconditional.
त्याग.
Yeah, correct.
Sacrifice joy, that is true love. Without expecting that
Without
if
expecting.
I love you, you love me in return. That's not love.
Yeah, then that's a transaction. That's what I'm saying. Then we are talking about pleasure. That being with you is very pleasurable to me and I expect XYZ and you're fulfilling that. Hence, this equation is working. So I think, the definition in today's day and age has changed. But I think pure love is service. So whether it's service to your parents, your grandparents, your children, your society, your community, and maximum pleasure comes from there. I've read so many cases of millionaires and billionaires who reached the peak of what they were chasing and then were unhappy and realized this is not what they were looking for because they landed up being lonely at the top You know how they say it's lonely at the top. They reached there, they left everybody else behind, and they realized that this is not what they were seeking. So I think it's that whole aspect of service. If there is no service involved, if there's no giving involved, then I don't think happiness can happen. And love is happiness.
True.
Yeah, I think that if I describe it in 2 words, love is happiness. So, and happiness is love.
Yes.
So today's generation has this very common phrase, let it go. It doesn't matter. Rehne do, chhod do. Let it be. Do you think when life is unfair, which it can be at times, could be your karma, could be, like you said, what you sow is what you reap, could be karma, could be circumstantial. Do you think let it just go is something that you believe in, or do you think there's another solution to how you look at that?
See, today we are in 2025, and the term people use is time is money. A lot of times what happens is that we are into something which is not, getting solved. Let us take example of relationship. I am in relationship with someone, but it's not working out. Day in, day out, every day fights, quarrels, small things. Under such a situation, a wise person, what he or she would do, they would take a break for some time. That's what you can call, let it go. Now here, what is the moral one needs to learn is that I have to save my time, my energy and my own self-respect. कई बार कुछ छोड़ने से अपना फायदा होता है.
Correct.
But what happens is that our ego and also to some extent that stubbornness, कि नहीं मैं क्यों? In spirituality, what we have learned is why not me? हम ये कहते हैं कि जो झुकता है वो जीतता है. So when we take lectures for our inmates who are about to take diksha, we tell them आप कभी भी ये नहीं सोचना है कि मैं ही क्यों झुकूं हर बार. Always ये सोचना है why not me? So when I, at the age of 13, when I took diksha, there was one very, in her 90s, one of our dadis. So she gave us one lesson कि if you want to survive here, तो 3 चीज you have to learn if you want to survive here. That
In
is,
the organization.
हाँ, मर झुक सिख. So यहाँ मरना ही है. What? Like this मैपन, उसको मारना है. My self ego, you have to kill that. यहाँ झुकना ही है. Whether it's your mistake or no, झुक करके आगे बढ़ो. और यहाँ सीखते ही रहना है. Never be complacent. मैं तो अभी हो गया हूँ. हाँ एकदम. You have to keep on learning till you are alive. That has helped me a lot. Most of the times I have seen that I have not done any mistake and yet I say sorry and I move on. Because I'm saving my time. I'm saving my energy. Now, a lot of people would say that, you are, in fact, people around me, they tell me you are too naive, you are too gullible. ऐसा नहीं होता है. Then सब फायदा लेंगे. अच्छी बात है. If that makes them happy, I don't have anything to lose.
Is it coming from a sense of detachment? Because you have to be detached to a certain extent to feel that way. If I am attached to you and you speak rudely to me, I will feel bad. मैं जितना भी झुकूं कहीं ना कहीं I'll be like यार हर बार मेरे से rudely क्यों बात करते हैं. But if I am certainly detached, then I feel okay, never mind. I can let it go, forgive, move on.
The sense of losing, it makes us, getting hooked onto something for a long period of time. मेरा कुछ लुट रहा है. That sense of losing, if you get detached from that feeling, then you are a Raja. Then nobody can do anything to you. And the thing which you are saying, कि कितना भी मैं बोलूँ या sorry, तो हम ये कहते हैं कि there is something called Swaman. एक है self respect, वो अलग चीज है. But we say कि भी अपने स्वमान में स्थित रहो. Always be in that stage of self respect, which is much higher.
No, that's what I'm saying. So is it because you're detached to people, to circumstances, to life itself?
To outside world, yes. I'll give you a small example. Recently, I was traveling to Bombay. So at airport, they see us, they give us respect. So the police personnel and they started escorting me. So he was taking my bag. बोला अरे आप मत उठाए. So there's some person. So he said कि भाई there is a queue. He started arguing with the police personnel. There is a queue. क्या समझते हैं आप, मतलब ये संत महात्मा लोग हैं क्या, एयरपोर्ट इन्होंने खरीद लिया है क्या? He started shouting.
I can imagine.
So I just say sorry to him. So the personnel was saying, no, Maharaj, why you are saying sorry? I said, it's our mistake. So that guy is telling me, better be sorry. I said, no, I am sorry. It's my mistake. And then we crossed the security and jaake we sat, and then his wife came and she started touching my feet and मैं कान पकड़ती हूँ sorry को, तो मेरे husband के बोला, who are you? बोला the person who misbehaved is my husband. अरे माता जी आप कोई बात नहीं, ठीक है. So that does not makes me feel great. अरे मेरे को sorry किया. Nothing like that. For me, चिड़िया यहाँ से उड़ करके यहाँ गई, that scene is over. I don't get clinged on to that.
That's what I'm saying. So I think it comes from a great sense of detachment to life, to people. And that takes a lot, to get there, because an average person is attached to everything and attached to their emotions. So उसने मुझे चाय ठंडी क्यों दे दी, तो इमोशन हर चीज में अटैच्ड है. Oh my God, does he not realize I like it hot? गुस्सा आएगा. So that person is attached to every little thing, which is your common person. It requires quite a lot of self-awareness to reach, and a huge amount of self-awareness to reach where you are, where you're detached to everything. So I think in this, detachment comes in. Explain detachment to us.
देखिए, डिटैचमेंट आई वुड से लोगों को क्या लगता है, डर जाते हैं, सब छोड़ देना पड़ेगा. नहीं बाबा, हम लोग तो नहीं, हमारा तो पति बच्चे सब कुछ है, तो तुम्हारे जैसा हम नहीं कर सकते डिटैचमेंट. ऐसा नहीं है. इट्स लाइक you are asking me like there is a switch after the shoot is over, obviously you'll switch this off, no? So it means what? We are getting detached from that light, and the light is getting detached from that power. That's how simple it is. So attached and detached are very simple. It's up to you how you are playing with these two feelings. So detachment, I would say it's kind of love in motion.
Love in motion.
हाँ, ऐसा नहीं है. कई माँ जो है पूछती है, भाई मैं इसको 9 महीना पेट में रखा, आप कहते डिटैच हो जाओ, ये तो फिर हाथ से निकल जाएगी बच्ची मेरी. मैं तो नहीं बोल रहा हूँ छोड़ दो उसको. Love without control, living your life with someone you love the most but without controlling them, that is detachment.
Absolutely.
तो वो आप करो ना, और ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. Like lot of mothers, they also do podcasts with me. I always tell them that be vigilant about where your child goes, whom he meets. ऊपर से don't kind of interfere in their lives, नहीं तो they get suffocated, then they would become rebellious. दूर से ध्यान दो. And according to me, mothers, especially Indian mothers, are the best detectives in the world. चुपचाप ध्यान दियो, but don't kind of suffocate someone to such an extent कि उनकी गला ही घुट जावे. That is then too much.
Your way of being gives me a sense of your detachment to such an extent that कोई आपको आके कुछ भी बोल गया, आपको it makes no difference to you, or you rather have no attachment to all those feelings कि उसने आपको rudely बात की, उसने आपको बोला लाइन से हट जाओ, उसने बोला I will go first. You have no attachment to anything. That's because you are living in a world where you're so detached from all of this. But a common person who is living a regular life, that learning that detachment is going to be a tough journey. And I think that's a journey everybody must have, whether you surrender to a spiritual world or not. But I think art of detachment is something we all must learn. We'll react less, we'll act more.
Yes, you said it right. जितना आप react करोगे उतना you would be losing more and more of your time and energy.
Correct. So tell me, how does silence help in healing emotional wounds?
I would say a lot. most of our time throughout the day, we just speak, we just watch something, we listen. तो जिसको हम कहते हैं हमारी पंचेंद्रियां एंगेज रहती है.
Yeah, we're completely engaged.
तो अगेन यहाँ भी व्हेन वी आर डिटैच फ्रॉम दिस पंचेंद्रिया ऑल्सो, वरना सुनना बंद, देखना बंद, बोलना बंद, सब. व्हेन यू आर अलोन, मे बी नियर ए सी शोर या ऑन ए माउंटेन, कुछ नहीं है तो इन ए गार्डन, यू नो, सिटिंग बिसाइड अ ट्री, दैट helps a lot in, you know, self introspection, that helps a lot to dive deep within, that helps a lot to, I would say today I would use this word clean thinking. अच्छा सोचने के लिए साइलेंस की आवश्यकता है, तो it helps a lot.
I think a lot of people run away from silence because it means they have to address their demons.
ऐसा नहीं है. देखिए, यू आर स्लीपिंग, चुपी है ना हम रात को, while you are sleeping, you are not talking. Silence is also a kind of therapy, according to me. And there is a golden principle. I mean, बहुत जगह मैंने बोला है, it's a Rajyogi's principle, जो मैं हमेशा कहता हूँ. Every 1 hour, 60 minutes, 57 minutes are yours. 3 मिनट मैं बोलता हूँ वो करो. Every 1 hour, 3 minutes, चुप रहो. So that is 3 minutes. Possible? For you possible?
Yeah,
कर सकती है?
100%.
ठीक है. तो ऐसा कम से कम दिन में 10 बार करो ये 3 मिनट. 24 घंटा है. मान लो आप बोलो मेरे को टाइम नहीं है, then do it together. Maybe 10 minutes कर लो एक साथ, या 15 minutes कर लो. But 30 minutes of this, minutes of silence, minutes of peace, ये जमा कर दो, deposit in some account, not like in your Ashna's account of silence. Deposit. Suppose you are doing it every day, so every month it's 900 minutes of yours. You know, all these minutes of silence, eventually it would be helpful to you when you would be in deep crisis or in some deep situation. Then your mind would be very clear to decide. Your mind would be sharp. You won't be subjected to any kind of confusion or chaotic thoughts. It would be. तो ये आदत जो है ना, remaining in silence, it helps you regain a lot of lost energy. There is nothing like running away from the demons. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. चुप रहना जरूरी है. It's a prerequisite, क्योंकि सारा टाइम हम बोलते ही है.
No, I'm saying some people probably run away from silence is because they don't want to address their own thoughts. तो demons का मतलब क्या है? आप first day silence 3 minutes try करेंगे, आपको सब तरह के thoughts आएंगे.
बहुत ज्यादा आएंगे.
हाँ, तो क्या पता लोग इसलिए नहीं करते because they don't want to address those thoughts. क्योंकि those thoughts are only coming because you're not busy. अगर आप busy हैं, I'm talking to you, I have to eat lunch, after that I have to go and see my son, after that मेरा every hour is occupied with some activity. मेरे पास time नहीं है सोचने के लिए या to introspect. But if I'm sitting in silence means I have to address my own thoughts. My point was that I think most people are running away from silences because they'll actually have to land up addressing their own thoughts.
There is nothing like running away. By default also we remain silent a lot of times. हम लोगों को पता नहीं चलता है. Running away, I don't think it's a solution in any way. Thoughts are anyways going to come. Now that comes to your first question, how spirituality can help. Spirituality helps in embracing all these thoughts.
Correct.
Which are negative, positive, whatever, mixed. It helps you embrace it and accept and then dilute and find solutions. That's where spirituality helps. And silence is a part of that.
You know, while you were talking, it made me think back to the point where you said I was brought up with so much love and affection and unconditional love, right? You said you were brought up like that, which is what probably makes you so fulfilled. So it makes me think that a person is actually, what is everybody looking for? Love and acceptance. चाहे हम कितने भी अलग अलग तरीके बोल दे, उसके अलग अलग नाम दे दे, but I think bottom line remains everybody wants to be loved, everybody wants to be accepted, and that is fulfillment. So you grow up with so many people loving you and pampering you, right? Like you said, you were brought up with by 20 women, you said. And the kind of love and attention and fulfillment you got has made you such a fulfilled adult. So everybody is not privileged. Everybody is not lucky enough to have that kind of unconditional love when they're growing up. Some people may not have loving parents. Some people may not have loving homes. How do you think they can change their life to feel fulfilled?
By
like you
loving
do?
yourself. I always tell everyone, never say this कि मेरे को कोई प्यार नहीं करता है. There is someone up above who loves you. The thing is, you don't know him. Otherwise, आज इतनी बड़ी दुनिया है, people are surviving. Somehow people survive. How? There is something which makes them survive.
Correct.
तो never say or tell anyone कि मेरे को कोई प्यार नहीं कर. Don't become बेचारा.
आधी दुनिया बेचारी है.
No. There is someone up above who is loving you. But if you are, craving for love from, जिसको हम कहते bodily humans, देहधारी से ही प्यार चाहिए, तो उसमें लिमिट्स है. फिर सब गिव एंड टेक वाली चीज आ जाती है. एक there is only one supreme almighty who loves you unconditionally. उसको कुछ नहीं चाहिए तुम्हारे से. बाकी सबको सब कुछ चाहिए.
करेक्ट.
कोई नहीं आपको करता है. You can love yourself. How? Self-love is a very, very, very important lesson which we learned in spirituality. How? अपनी विशेषता देखो. I mean,
Doesn't that inflate ego?
no.
Explain the difference to
जिसको हम कहते हैं कृतज्ञ भाव, gratitude. Thank God आपने मुझे, you gave me birth in this world. Thank God you gave me so much of virtues. Thank God you have not kept anyone in my life because of whom I can get attached. अच्छा है ना, कोई नहीं है तो डिटैच रहो. क्यों तुमको आ बैल मुझे मार वाला काम करना है? अच्छी बात है ना.
I don't think people see it like that, but that's a great point of view.
तो keep on, these are, I had written one column on this self-talk. That self-talk is something which people living in modern society, they are lacking actually. We don't talk to ourselves. हम सब दूसरे से ही बात करते हैं, सामने ही. अपने आप से कोई कैसे करना होता है ना. उसके लिए अगेन साइलेंस, सॉलिट्यूड, अकेला बैठना है. आज फर्स्ट थिंग इन द मॉर्निंग, मोस्ट ऑफ अस वी गेट अप इन द मॉर्निंग, किसको देखते हैं?
फोन.
नहीं, बाथरूम में जाके किसका शक्ल देखते हैं?
अपने आप की.
खुद की देखते हैं ना. टेल मी हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू, व्हेन आई एम आस्किंग यू, आफ्टर यू स्प्रिंकल वाटर ऑन योर face, how many seconds you stay in front of mirror and talk to yourself?
Not.
टाइम ही नहीं ना. सटासट वो ब्रश उठाए करके जल्दी नहा के. I always do. At least I spend 2 to 3 minutes. Eye to eye. I talk to myself. कितनी सारी चीजें हैं. That is to be done. Otherwise you won't be able to know who you are. तुम कौन हो तुमको मालूम ही नहीं पड़ेगा. So I recollect the last head of Brahma Kumaris, Dadi Janki, 103 years old she was. She used to, in every talk she used to ask 3 questions. मैं कौन, मेरा कौन, मुझे क्या करना है. Ask these 3 questions to yourself. Who am I? Who is mine? And what am I supposed to do?
I think this question, what am I supposed to do, is what everybody is thinking in the end.
Again, that is physicality part, कि मुझे क्या करना, but actually, why am I given this birth of a human?
Yeah, I'm talking on spiritual level.
हाँ.
Everybody asks in the end, what is my purpose?
हाँ, मुझे
of being
क्या
here?
करना है. उसके लिए थोड़ा सा टाइम अपने साथ बिताना जरूरी है. Spend time with yourself, because you are spending most of your time with others. And that is why you are feeling nobody is loving me. The one who spends time with himself or herself, they automatically learn this technique of self-love, और फिर वो उनको किसी की आवश्यकता ही नहीं पड़ती है. Like a person like me, I seldom use phone, I seldom use digital equipments. I don't need anyone. So I won't feel कि मुझे कोई पूछ नहीं रहा है. But हाँ, मुझे कोई बोलते हैं, कहते पानी पी लेता हूँ, अच्छी बात है, चलो उनको अच्छा लग रहा है, पी लिया. यहाँ बैठ जाता हूँ. मेरे को क्या फर्क पड़ेगा? सो बिकॉज आई हैव लर्नड इट कि नहीं, कोई रहे नहीं रहे, ऊपर कोई है जो मेरे को चला रहा है. मैं उसके हिसाब से चल रहा हूँ.
So tell me, what is the one spiritual daily habit, even someone skeptical like me, that should try at least once a week that you suggest?
Keep quiet, as I said. If possible, then I would strongly suggest try to live with sun, because we have been brought up in a country which is worshipping sun since many जिसको हम कहते हैं अनेक जन्मों से, जो सूर्यवंशी हम कहते हैं, हम भारत की पैदाइश है, तो सनलाइट के साथ जीना, that is a prerequisite for all of us if you want to be physically healthy along with being mentally healthy. Sun plays a very important role in our life. So I feel that your life should be with sun. ये कोशिश करिए, and of course full day तो nobody can remain silence, but if possible then try, as I said, that every 1 hour 3 minutes of silence, if you can do that, then do nothing like that. And most importantly, I would say that मन वचन कर्म से न दुख दो न दुख लो. Make that a principle of your life. किसी को न दुख देना न लेना है. दोगे नहीं आप, but lot of people they have this habit of taking also. किसी सामने से दुख ले लेते हैं. So don't be so oversensitive कि आप दुखी हो जाओ. तो न दुख दो न दुख लो. Be neutral.
I think it's easier said than done. We are human, we have all sorts of emotions. To be neutral is actually very, very difficult. Either we feel happy about something or we feel slightly sad. You know, it's very hard to be neutral
तो
or...
इसीलिए वो बैलेंस जो है ना, हम कहते हैं कि हर चीज़ का एक बैलेंस होना जरूरी है. बहुत ज़्यादा खुश भी नहीं होना है, बहुत ज़्यादा उदास भी नहीं होना है. लॉट ऑफ पीपल आस्क मी, मतलब उदास होना जो है वो गलत है क्या, नाराज होना? आई सेड देखिए, जो राज को समझते नहीं है वो नाराज होते हैं. तो माया का जो दास होता है वो उदास हो जाता है. तो इसीलिए हम कहते हैं कि देखिए ऐसी कोई चीज़ नहीं, ऐसी यू कांट बी अनहैप्पी फॉर लॉन्ग पीरियड ऑफ टाइम. हो सकता है,
नहीं, you get bored of that
ओके,
also.
यू कांट कीप ऑन क्राइंग फॉर लॉन्ग पीरियड ऑफ टाइम.
No.
ऐसा कुछ नहीं. मुझे किसी ने पूछा एक बार, तुम रोते हो क्या? आई सेड यस. ऐसा कुछ नहीं. बट हाउ डज इट मैटर्स? देखिए भाव जो है ना, वी ऑल आर वेरी इमोशनल बीइंग्स.
Yeah.
तो जब आपके अंदर से भाव प्रकटता है तो डोंट सप्रेस योर फीलिंग्स. आई ऑलवेज टेल एवरीवन, डोंट सप्रेस योर फीलिंग्स.
It's natural to feel.
बी लिबरेटेड. Again, that's what spirituality does to you. Spirituality liberates you. So be liberated. Live a life which is liberated. Be free. आपको इच्छा होती है रोने का, रो लो ना. That does not, makes you कमज़ोर or whatever, what people would think. जो आपको अच्छा लगता है वो करो. But हल्के रहो, be light. Spread light.
That's a nice one. Be light and spread light. Tell me, what was your journey like? How did it start? How did you get into this? And how did it shape you as a human being?
I have a very long story, but to put it in nutshell, I was a very rebellious child. As I said, I've been brought up by 21 wise women who are known as Brahma Kumaris. Till the age of 17, I was just thinking about what this meditation is all about, what spirituality is all about. But as I said earlier also, their love and affection, unconditional love and affection, that made me pursue spirituality seriously. And then slowly, when I started practicing meditation, like we all get up at 3 o'clock in the morning. We get ready, by 4 o'clock we sit for meditation.
Oh, wow.
As we call in India, Brahma Muhurat. Slowly I started getting experiences in meditation, as in like, bodiless stage, kind of, I was understanding what is it like feeling light. Because most of us, we are in body. So we are always in conscious of that burden. मुझे पता है मैं 6 फुट का हूँ, चल के जाना है, इस गाड़ी में बैठना है, टू एडजस्ट, अभी इतना घंटा जाना है. That conscious is always within us. So when we sit in meditation, we try to be in soul conscious stage. in that soul conscious stage, we try to be out of that body which we are, occupying. That experience over a period of time, it liberated me. I was not able to speak also. You would be surprised. I could not see 2, 3 people together. I used to start crying. I used to run away. I used to stammer. And slowly, then I was trained. They made me learn things. Gradually, with meditation, with practice of silence, I did 108 days of silence tapasya. For 108 days, I was in silence. So then my life changed. And then obviously, I would say again what I said in starting, meeting people and learning from them. Because see, every person, even those who are sitting here, they have energy.
Correct.
So you have to learn so many things from so many people. You can't just disconnect from people and just get hooked onto machines. So meeting people, interacting with them, and also enlightening people, that gives you blessings in return, that enriches you. It's been a very, very fruitful and memorable life. Very lucky, I would say.
That's
Even
amazing.
in my organization, I would say I am much luckier. Very lucky.
Yeah, I can see. I've seen the love, the unconditional love and pampering the rest are doing for you. I think it's amazing to be that human who is loved unconditionally. There's nothing luckier than that. That's how I see life. Because, like I said before, I think that's the most fulfilling thing.
In my case, I think I really didn't learn to think like a man. My whole worldview and thinking is more women centric. Because they raised me, I saw the world from their eyes. So I really could not understand how does a man thinks. My thought patterns, my way of looking at things, it's more women centric. That is why I've always been surrounded by strong women. The newspaper I write for, 70% of my editors are women. The organization I am in, it's women. Even most of my team members are women. A lot of podcasts I have done, they are with women. So I'm surrounded by women only.
How lucky.
Very lucky. Very lucky.
So I'll go into the last round, which is burst the bubble. And here I shoot a few questions to you. And you can give me quick answers, whatever comes to your mind first. So if your thoughts were tweets, what percentage would you want to delete daily?
Unfortunately, I don't use Twitter, so I don't know. But I am always on a ration actually, which I would like all of you to be. Ration means you have to be on a ration of limited thoughts, limited words. Everything should be limited. So there is no need to delete anything. And for that, the golden principle is think before you speak.
Correct.
So that you don't have to, repent. Think before you write anything to anyone. As in case of Twitter, people are impulsive. खड़ाक करके लिख देते. Think. Don't do anything in your life which calls for deleting it. So be on a ration, strict ration.
Very wise. If ego had a wardrobe, what would it be wearing in 2025?
Should be mask, I think.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
black color ka mask and maybe ANC headphones.
Can someone still be spiritual and watch Netflix?
Okay, you can watch anything unless it is being done mindfully and not being done mindlessly. Which today a lot of people they say time pass. See, anything you watch, you should learn something from that.
Correct.
And to all the kids out there, even if you are watching cartoon, learn something from cartoon. Even cartoons teach you so many things.
Absolutely. It has to be meaningful. If Karma had a GPS, what would his voice sound like?
Like ting tong, here I am.
What's one spiritual red flag we often ignore in our day-to-day interactions?
Don't be too obsessive about something. We are too obsessive about results. We are too obsessive about things getting done our way. Don't be so. हमारे हिसाब से दुनिया नहीं चल सकती. दुनिया अपने हिसाब से ही चलती है. We have to adapt.
If inner peace were a dessert, what would it taste like?
Oh, dessert, I would say Kada Prasad of Gurdwara. and maybe a hot jaggery with cardamom.
Amazing. That was a very insightful, a very spiritual, and a very calming conversation. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Namaste, Om Shanti. I'm Raj Yogi Nikunj. Today I am here at the Therapy Diaries with Ashna. I had a very good, positive conversation with her, and I'm sure that all of you who would be watching this episode, they would be experiencing inner calm, clarity in your thoughts, and strength. You can catch all the episodes of this channel on YouTube, Spotify, and all other podcast platforms. Thank you.